Welcome to week 3 of the House Readathon. I'm off to work, but today we are reading Circe by Madeline Miller. When I get time. But I've work, so who knows when that's gonna be. But I did all my cleaning yesterday, or most of all my cleaning yesterday, so I should have a decent amount of time this evening to read. And I am almost halfway through, so I'm a third of the way through already. So I'm really hopeful I could finish it today, or almost finish it today, and then finish it, if I'm finishing it early tomorrow, then still get another 100 pages of a different book read. So look out for that. Let's hope it's achievable. So it's Tuesday night. I completely forgot to vlog at all today. I don't think I vlogged much yesterday either. But I finished a book today. I finished Circe by Madeline Miller. I really enjoyed it. It was really, really good. I think I ended up giving it a 4 stars on Goodreads, but I'm awful at rating things. It's probably a 4.5. At some points, it's a very kind of meandering story, so it's very slow and lyrical and stuff. So they're beautiful. At times I thought it was maybe lacking a bit of pacing in the plot, and I think that's what brought it down to a 4 Goodreads stars, 4.5 stars really. But yes, I'll have to think more about it when I film my review. And then just tonight I've read the first 60 pages of The Warrior Heir by Cindy Williams-Chimer. Obviously this is just an elastic bookmark. But so I've read 60 pages tonight of that. This is a bit chunkier. This is how many pages? 430 kind of pages, but I do have I am working from home tomorrow, which means that and I stayed late tonight, so that means I have a little bit of extra time tomorrow for reading. So yes, we'll do this tomorrow. I'm hopeful to get a good chunk read so that I can finish it Thursday and then have Friday, Saturday, Sunday to read the Odyssey, because I want to have that finished by the end of the week. That's my goal. And hopefully the Odyssey won't take me more than a couple of days of solid reading, because it is shorter than the Iliad. And I read the Iliad a couple of months back, and it took me a long time, but only because I was reading other things in the meantime. So hopefully, if I'm reading the Odyssey all in one go, it won't take too long. So that's where I'm at tonight. I will talk to you tomorrow when I'm working from home, because I have a bunch of things that need doing at home. I have a house inspection, which I have to be home for. I'm going to go get passport photos taken. I have a bed being delivered, and just general stuff. So I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's just past 11. The kitten's being silly. On Wednesday morning, my inspection's in an hour-ish. I've finished doing last minute cleaning on the house. I've washed my hair because I'm going to go take a passport photo this afternoon. I have read a little bit of, and I mean a little bit, of The Warrior Heir by Cindy Williams-Chimer this morning while I was eating breakfast, and watched a few videos. And then I discovered, in searching my library to see if they had an anthology that I could request to borrow, I found out they're part of BorrowBox. BorrowBox, I don't know, I should look it up while I'm telling you about it. My library is a really good library. It has links to a lot of the different ebook and audiobook borrowing apps. It's connected to Libby, Overdrive, pretty much any you can think of. My library has a subscription with. What was I going to say? I have always found that the ones that I did have, I tried Libby, I've tried Overdrive. It did not have the biggest range from them. And I'd always been they're all literary fiction, very adult based, and not the kind of things I'm a huge fan of. The kitten's trying to unplug my computer. Can you not, kitten? And so I had always just not really found much that I liked. I found that this book was an ebook on BorrowBox and downloaded BorrowBox to be like, yes, give me this. And, sorry, I'm trying to get my computer working at the same time because my cat's a nut. And stop playing with that kitten. And I downloaded BorrowBox, and there are so many things that I am interested in. Holy shit. I requested a couple of things. I requested that ebook that I mentioned that I was looking for, which is the All Out anthology, which is queer stories across time, which I requested as an ebook. That's how they have it. But then I was looking through the audiobook section, and they have a couple of things that I had been super interested in, but wasn't really willing to purchase, like guide my way to purchase yet. So I downloaded, she's running away with my pen. I downloaded two things, or requested two things. So I requested Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson, which I'm really excited for. And I borrowed That Inevitable Victorian Thing by E.K. Johnston, which I've heard great things about. It's a science fiction, which actually ties in really well with the Owls Readathon, because my science fiction pick is Paper Girls Volume 4, but it hasn't come in at the library yet, so I've been waiting on that. And this is a science fiction, and I can listen to it. So that's going to fill that spot unless Paper Girls miraculously comes in, but then I've done it twice. Great. I am also reading the audiobook for City of Fallen Angels, but obviously I've been approved for this straight away, so I only have 14 days to read it. So I'm going to read that first and then get back to City of Fallen Angels because I have that on my iTunes. So I'm currently also reading That Inevitable Victorian Thing, which I've read like 20 minutes of this morning, and will also hope to finish this week. So yeah, that's where we're currently at. I'm about to do work for work, because obviously I'm working from home today, which means I actually have to do some work. I can't just ignore that entirely. And then I will hopefully fit in some more reading as well today. So that's where we're at. So I just went and had some passport photos taken. They're not the best photos of me ever. They're not the worst ones either, so that's a plus. Hence why I have a little bit of makeup and my hair done. Now, I still have obviously worky stuff to do today, and I'm waiting for the bed to arrive. But I haven't got a call from them yet either. So I'm supposed to get a call like an hour before they arrive. It's now almost 2 o'clock and I haven't got a call. If I don't get a call by 2, I'm going to find a friend who can come and supervise the house sit for the delivery men, because I have work at 4:30. So yes, hopefully they arrive soon. Otherwise, I don't know. And that's my update. That's about all I have to share, yeah. So I am currently reading in my new bed. It is currently, Wednesday night? Yeah, it's Wednesday. I have read about just over an hour of That Inexplicable, is it inexplicable? That Inexplicable Victorian Thing? Is that what the book's called? Yeah, I think so. So just over an hour of that, and it's like an 8-hour audiobook. So I'm hopeful to finish that this week, because I'll have the commutes and things for the rest of the week and all that stuff. And I am currently reading The Warrior by Cinda Williams Chimer. I'm about halfway through. I'm hoping to get another 100-ish pages read tonight if I'm lucky, so then I can finish it tomorrow and then start the Odyssey. So that's where we're at. I had a mostly uneventful day. I had work this afternoon. The bed arrived. I set it up. Then I went to work, for a few hours, and then came back and had some dinner and watched a bit of meaningless TV while reading my book, and now we're in bed. And that's it. That's the story. I'm here. I'm in bed. tomorrow I have work all day at the office. There's an office party tomorrow night. It's a pajama party and a movie in pajamas with sushi. I think I might go. Maybe. We'll see how I feel. I always don't know whether I'm like emotionally ready to attend social functions. I may just want to come home and read my book, but shrug, we'll see. And then yeah. Yep, that's the plan. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Inevitable. It's that inevitable Victorian thing. Not inexplicable. Anyway. So I forgot to vlog yesterday, I think. It's currently Friday, and it's foggy as hell outside. Like, I'll flip it around for you in a minute. Oh, look at that fog. I can't see the end of my street, and it's like just there. And you can see how foggy it is. I yesterday did not read much at all because I went to a movie night with friends from work. We watched Hunt for the Wilder People and ate sushi, and it was so good. It's a Kiwi film. It's like the best. Loved it. It was so funny. It was hilarious. If you haven't seen it, especially if you're Aussie or Kiwi, you need to go see it. It's so good. It's made by the same guy that filmed and directed, like, wrote and directed Ragnarok. So that kind of tells you about it. And yes. So I am now currently headed to work for Friday, and I got a lot to do, and then I'll come home and read because I don't have anything to do tonight. So yay! And then tomorrow, Jessie has rehearsals most of the day, and then we're going to see Halsey tomorrow night. I'll try and remember to get footage there, but I do tend to forget when things actually happen, you know. But so I'll have most of the day to myself to read, and then I kind of the same Sunday. I have work Sunday night, but most of the day I shall have to myself free to read. So hopefully we'll get lots of it on the weekend. Yay! So I'm just making myself a coffee because I basically just woke up. I've eaten some food, but, you know, that's it. I was going to update you last night. It's currently Saturday morning. I was going to update you last night about what I'd read and then fell asleep. So, you know, good times. Great vlog this week, Cara. Great vlog. I finished last night The Warrior Air by St. Williams Chimer. I gave it like a 3-star. Excuse me. I gave it like a 3 stars. It was good, but I thought like all the way through it would have been a solid 4 stars, but the climax didn't quite, you know, the ending was just a little bit flat. So it's a 3-star read, but I am still excited to read the rest of the series and her other series. Obviously not super soon, but they're there, I'm working on them. And so I'm currently making myself a coffee, and I am a little bit into Monstrous Volume 2, which is a graphic novel. I was going to put this off for a little bit longer, but I tried to renew it at the library and couldn't, so it's due on Monday, so I'm going to read that quickly. And then hopefully today I can read like another 50 to 80 pages of The Odyssey by Homer. And I want to try and finish that by the weekend, into the weekend. So tonight we're going to see Halsey in the city. Very exciting. We'll be leaving in the afternoon, evening kind of time. And then tomorrow night I have work, but obviously, you know, I can read at work, that's fine. But other than that, during the day, it's just housework and time to myself. So it's currently 9:30, and I'm gonna have a coffee, then I'm gonna get dressed, and I'll be reading right through. I may go to Target and look at bed cushions. Maybe. We'll see. If I go, I'll show you what I get. Okay, let's go. Coffee is gonna be ready. now back in bed and realised I forgot to mention I am also just over halfway through, almost 2/3 I think of the way through the audiobook for That Inevitable Victorian Thing. I'm really enjoying it so far. I actually really like the audiobook. The narrator does it in received pronunciation, like the British, like very, no one actually speaks it British. And it really works for the story. The story's like a sci-fi near future, so it's not that different from ours, but the splitting event was like at Queen Victoria, and she decided to send her children out to marry at different parts of the empire to like integrate the empire into the throne rather than marrying inside Europe, and then gave her daughter the throne. So that is like the dividing point between the timelines kind of thing. And it has a big focus on genetics and stuff. But so they're in Canada, but it's Canada that's still very much a part of the empire. And it is very, yes, empire focused, but a very like inclusive kind of empire. Like they talk about Canada as having a high proportion of Hong Kong Chinese heritage and First Nations heritage and stuff like that. So it's very weird because like I'm not an empiricist. I don't like the empire that much. But you know, it existed, it happened, yes. I don't like colonialism that much. Just as a general, I think it's a bit stupid. I would very not approve of it happening now. Even though obviously I am the product of colonialism. But so it really like has a lot, it's like Pride and Prejudice, but in modern time, and it's really kind of entertaining. I don't know, but the received pronunciation of the narrator works so well. She doesn't do it for the voices, she does it for the narration, like the in-betweeny bits. And then does voices in like mild Canadian and British accents. It's so good. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's like currently sitting on like a 4 stars, but I'm really enjoying it. And queer romance, bisexual main characters. I've always said they're all like descendant from people of color, but like the rules there are different. Like our main character's from Hong Kong Chinese descent, but in that world it's different. I don't know how you apply that very well. And I think there's an intersex character, though she's intersex, I think, but I don't know how they're going to treat that. Like I'm at early stages of that plot point. But so yes, 2 main queer, intersex. So good so far. I'm really enjoying it. I hope it lives up to what it's currently building itself up to be. I hope the ending does good. Yes. So I'm going to get to reading Monstrous and drinking my coffee. And I'll let you know how I liked it when I'm done. Okay, so I just finished Monstrous. I think it's now almost 11. I have the kitten here. She's not looking at you. She's staring at me. And purring. I finished Monstrous Volume 2. Again, I think it's like a 4-star read because A, the art is beautiful, and the action is done really well, and I'm really intrigued by the story, but it loses a star for me only because it kind of jumps around a bit and there's so much world, and the world building is kind of done a bit slow that I'm learning things, but there's still so many things I don't understand about the world. So it can get a bit confusing. So another 4-star read for Monstrous Volume 2 for me. I think I gave the first one 4 stars as well. But overall pretty good. I'm going to go have a shower and get dressed and do a bit of housework. I got to put a load of washing on. And I gotta do dishes and stuff like that. And then, oh, look at her. And then I will, oh, what are you doing? I will start the Odyssey. So that's where we're at today. Yeah.
Whoever's playing is playing greatly. What are you doing?
Are you excited?
Not at the moment.
You'll get there. So I just got home after Halsey. I'm still in makeup. I'm being super lazy. I didn't put that much on. So you know what? I'm not going to take it off. I can't. I know I should. But like, I'm tired. I'm currently eating a bowl of yogurt and berries and granola because it was having a craving. It's like 1 a.m. I'm not going to take my makeup off. I'm just going to eat this, roll over and go to bed. So that's what's gonna happen. So I got my fruit all mixed in. This is Icelandic yogurt. Normally I get naturally sweetened Greek yogurt, but I'm giving Icelandic yogurt a try. Not bad. It's not bad. I'm currently reading the Odyssey. That's where we're at. Halsey's concert was amazing. I was very impressed. We had standing seats or standing tickets. When we got there, we were originally about halfway in the mosh, like in the floor. But we ended up just like forfeiting that because you couldn't really see much anyway. Over people's heads and stuff. So we ended up just going and getting cups of water, which were necessary, and then relocating to like the very back of the standing. It was actually way better. You could see a lot more. We could lean against the barrier. It was great. We could actually see everything. It was amazing. It was a great spot to be. Loved it. Such a great show. Love Halsey. Continue to love Halsey. Great. Loved it. So good. And the like stage production was really good. Worked really well with the music and each of the songs. It was top notch. And yes, so I'm currently reading the Odyssey. I'm like 3 chapters in. Not much. I'm hopeful to power through and read heaps tomorrow. But you know, who knows? Maybe not. What am I up to? No, I'm only 2 chapters in. But I haven't quite wound down tonight yet, so I may read that before I fall asleep. Sure, who knows? Probably shouldn't. I probably should just sleep, but sometimes I do strange things. So that's where we're at. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's Sunday. I am currently sitting here reading the Odyssey. And drinking coffee. The kitten is being a nut around me. She's being a nut. You could probably hear her jingling her flamingo. Her toy's a flamingo. I have a friend coming over to meet the kitten and also the rabbits today. Soon. Very soon. So once I finish my coffee, I'm going to be getting ready, get this makeup off my face, and get dressed. And put on a load of washing, and then have her. Yeah, it'll be fun. I probably won't vlog it. I doubt she would appreciate that. But, you know. And then I'll be reading more this afternoon, and then I'll go to work. So that is the plan. It's a very A+ solid plan. Yeah. I think Christine's bringing donuts too, which is going to be fun. Hi, it's Wednesday and I forgot to wrap up last night because I was exhausted. Did I say Wednesday? It's Monday. Let's just start this again. Hi, it's Monday now but I'm wrapping up this reading vlog now because I was exhausted last night and forgot to wrap it up. Essentially, when I last checked in, it was Sunday morning, and I was having a friend coming over to play with the kitten and the buns, and she came over, and that was like most of the middle of the day taken, and then I had work all evening. And normally I do get to read lots at work, but my boss and I decided to go out for dinner and to the movies, so that didn't happen. I do disability care, so that was like normal. Often we're just at home, but we decided to go do stuff. So I didn't really read much at all yesterday. I had had high ground hopes to have the Odyssey finished this weekend. That didn't happen, but I did finish the Monstrous Volume 2, which was good. That was necessary. It had to go into the library, back to the library. But I did read a decent chunk of the Odyssey, and I'm hoping to finish it no later than tomorrow. Fingers crossed, because I want to get, before Saturday, I want to have Now I Rise and Ace of Shades, if I can pick it up from the store, if it comes in, finished. So it might take a miracle, but miracles sometimes do happen. So that's my plan. But I'll see you next reading vlog, because I should be starting the next week's, right? Okay, wrapping up week 3, done and done. I'm sure this is not going to be edited till much later today, but I'll talk to you next time. Bye!